Logan Lucky. Logan Lucky is directed by, I believe his name is Steven Soderbergh. Let me triple check that. Yeah, Steven Soderbergh. He's the guy who did the Oceans trilogy, at least the very first Oceans one. And I believe he directed 12 and 13 as well. I didn't watch Magic Mike, for obvious reasons, but I watched and love the Oceans trilogy. Oceans trilogy is a very good time. It's got a bunch of great actors, a stellar cast. It's some of George Clooney's best work. I really wish George Clooney did more movies like this. I really wish George Clooney was in more action movies. I wish he was in more horror movies. I wish he was just in more movies, period. George Clooney needs to do more, man, because he's great. He was great. Logan Lucky is a heist movie, kind of like Oceans, but this is more like the Redneck Oceans movie. This is more like the Redneck Oceans movie in Alabama with two brothers here, starring Channing Tatum and Adam Driver. Adam Driver is a war vet who lost his arm in the war, and Channing Tatum lost, I don't know if he lost his leg or if he just wounded his leg. He walks with a limp, but the one who got the worst off on it was Adam Driver, who lost his arm. And then Channing, he works in construction, and one of his coworkers sees him shooting up a painkiller for his leg, and they fire him because they don't want the liability. And now that he's stuck without an income and he's in a little bit of a dire stakes, his ex-wife wants to move and wants to take full custody, and he'll lose his daughter. So he's at the end of his ropes, and you sympathize with him. And so he decides to rob a NASCAR stadium during one of the biggest NASCAR races ever. And their plan is to destroy all of their technology that can read credit cards and all that stuff so people could pay with cash. There is a vault in the NASCAR, whatever, where they store all of the cash, right? And Channing knows all about it. He's been staking it out as a construction worker and all that stuff. He ropes his brother, Adam Driver, into it. And I believe that's their sister. And then there's Daniel Craig, who is not related to the Logan brothers and Logan's sister, but he is very good at breaking into vaults. And what he knows is very important for breaking into this vault. It's a very specific vault. The problem is, Daniel Craig's character is currently incarcerated. So that Channing Tatum and Adam Driver have to break him out on the day of the heist so that they can get him into the vault so that he could break into it so that they could get all the money out before anybody notices. And it's very well thought out. It's very, very interesting. The editing, the cinematography, it's all very interesting and fun. It feels like an Oceans movie. It feels like an Oceans movie, although I don't know if these characters are as charismatic as the Oceans characters. Daniel Craig's character definitely is a scene stealer. Adam Driver's character is the heart of the movie, and Channing Tatum is a very good actor here as well. And you can tell that his accent here was modified to be more New Orleansian for his Gambit character, but he does do a Southern accent pretty well. I don't know if it's because he already is Southern. I have no idea. I don't research the actor, but I don't think anybody here is going to, turn heads in the ways that the Oceans movie did. I think that's why we don't have Logan Lucky 2, where they decide to try to do another heist or nothing like that. And the movie also lacks a villain, like the owner of the casino or something like that. It lacks a big villain worth pulling a heist on. You get the sympathy from the characters' points of view, the ones pulling the heist, but you don't really feel the moral justification. There's a joke about that as well. I think Jack Quaid is in this movie. Jack Quaid plays one of Daniel Craig's younger brothers, and there's another younger brother there. The two of them are participating in this, but they have to have a moral justification to rob from a NASCAR rally, and Jenny doesn't really have a good reason to rob from the NASCAR rally. And so that's kind of a bit of a wall, a plot wall that you need to work around. They really needed to come up with some sort of villain or some sort of reason to rob the NASCAR rally instead of just saying, oh, Channing Tatum is just very desperate. We need a reason for it, you know. The Oceans trilogy gives you a reason. It's very fun reasons, a very fun back and forth between the villain and the main character, George Clooney and the rest. But in this one, we don't have that, unfortunately. It's very sad to say. Logan Lucky a fun movie, but I don't think it's better than any of the Oceans trilogy movies. Although it might be worth giving it a look.